What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel again. It is of course me, Jackie McDisapiro, McWolfenstein, McAFK. I have been missing for a couple of months now. Actually, it's been more than a couple of months on YouTube, and I thought that I would bring you guys a short update video. Now, don't panic, because it's not going to be a big long-winded update or like, you know, one of these big fucking monologue videos or anything like that. It's just a video that I wanted to make because really what happened was I was tweeting out about E3 with all the new game releases that have just been dropped over the last week or two. I was tweeting out about it, and then I wanted to talk to you guys in a bit more detail and also just give you guys a bit of an update based on the channel, because in your tweets back to me regarding E3, some of you guys were asking what I was up to and all that jazz. So yeah, this isn't going to be like a super exciting video. I don't have a massive announcement, so I should disclose that before we get too far in. I just want to talk to you guys kind of informally, let you know what's happening, and also what I thought about E3. That's going to be the main kind of talking points for this kind of jazz. I do have the dinos on the screen here. This is Jurassic World Evolution. I've been playing this recently over the last few days and it's quite fun, so if you want to enjoy that, then by all means take the videos and enjoy that shit and stick up your ass or whatever. Anyways, over the past few months, I took some time away, and I don't even like the expression taking time away from YouTube, because it's not like I wanted to stop doing YouTube because it was annoying me or anything like that. It wasn't like, you know, stressing me out or anything. I actually loved making videos when we were doing things last, which was the Digimon Hacker's Memory Let's Play, so Cyber Sleuth 2. I was really enjoying that, but ultimately what was happening is, in my life, I was considering moving out of my house. As you can see, I'm still in my glorious cave, my dungeon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? So I'll talk about that in a minute as well. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet. It's just one of these things that I've been discussing with my girlfriend, been discussing with my parents, and ultimately it's one of these things that I need to do at this point in my life. I'm way behind in terms of moving out and things like that, but as I say, we can get into this in a minute. But I needed a break from YouTube to figure out what I was doing with my life, because as much as I love doing YouTube, it started as predominantly a hobby, and you know, it has been up until this point. It was only recently when I was starting to do, you know, videos every day and things like that, that I would consider YouTube was taking over a bigger part of my life. But obviously right now it still has to maintain itself a hobby. It can't pay for my life, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to play Digimon, you know, kick some ass and then, you know, make money off that and survive, that would be great, but right now it's not, you know, feasible. Anyways, you guys know all this jazz. You've heard every other YouTuber talk about it, but basically I was to be considering what I was going to be doing. There was other things that I was getting up to that I won't talk about just now, because, you know, that's for another time. But I was busy. I just wasn't busy finding a job, which my mum and dad are kind of pissed about. But you know, it's fine. Everybody relax. We're in a good place with that, so don't worry about any of that jazz. The crux is that I'm still here. I'm still looking forward to coming back to YouTube and making videos again. I love making videos. I've missed it a lot, and as I said, with all of the E3 kind of stuff coming out recently, there was a ton of fucking sick as fuck games that were announced, and I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about that as well. So we're going to stick that into kind of this portion of the video. But to kind of sum up that last part, because it was a bit of, you know, it was me throwing my thoughts at you guys at the screen. It wasn't very organised, so I have been busy over the last few months. I haven't moved out of my house yet. I am still thinking about moving out of my house, but there is other things, you know, involved, just normal life jazz. I don't mean to be like a cryptic fuck when I talk about these things, but, you know, it's just that there's things that are kind of, I can't talk about fully just now. It's just not fair on other people involved and things like that. So yeah, I'm not trying to be like a doofus or anything, but I will give you guys the full deets at some point when I'm ready in the future and when I can. But for the most part, I'm still staying in my house. I haven't had as much time to make videos, but I do look forward to coming back to making videos. Does that sound like that was a long-winded fucking way of saying that? I probably could have said that in the first 30 seconds, but anyways, moving swiftly onwards. Let's talk about some of the E3 stuff, and I have a little list here that I'm going to bring across and talk to you guys about real quick, just so I can keep my mind focused, because there's so many games here and they're really exciting. So let's just take it from the top. I tweeted out about a bunch of games, okay? So there was obviously Battlefield 5, a lot of controversy around Battlefield 5, because I personally, and I feel like the media in general, felt like a lot of the Battlefield 5 reviews were not as good as last year. I remember when they announced Battlefield 1, that wasn't last year I don't think, but the year before, or whenever that came out, Battlefield 1's trailer was insane, and if you guys like first-person shooters, then obviously you would have been, I would imagine that you had been excited about that. Battlefield 5 not so much, but in its defense, I have watched a bunch of in-depth YouTuber commentary videos in which a lot of people like Jack Frags and the likes have came in and spoke about BF5 and what the game is really about at its core and how they're really excited about it and stuff. The game itself still looks interesting despite I feel that some of the trailers were a bit underwhelming. Let's move on quickly. Elder Scrolls 6, I don't even know if this is worth mentioning, but we got our first teaser trailer for that. If you like the Elder Scrolls games, which a lot of people do, including myself, then you'll be excited for that. I don't know if people have decided where they think it's going to be. I've heard talk about Hammerfell, I've heard talk about High Rock and all that jazz. That is a game that one day will be released and I will definitely buy, and I will probably enjoy the shit out of it. I don't know, I'm looking forward to that. On that same vein, we obviously have Fallout 76, which was, you know, when the trailer came out a few days before at the Bethesda live stream, before Bethesda, before E3 and all that jazz, there was obviously all this kind of talk about, is it going to be multiplayer, is it going to be online? And when I heard that, my mind was just blown, because I kind of have always looked forward to playing a Fallout game or an Elder Scrolls game where you just kind of play through Fallout, you just kind of play through Skyrim, but with a couple of your friends, you know, maybe a squad of 4, maybe just 2 people, whatever. And it feels like Fallout 76 is kind of, you know, along this vein, so that's exciting. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. You know, I'm going to be talking about a lot of these games very briefly, and I know that we come from a Digimon channel at this point, and a lot of you guys are here for Digimon and the likes of that, so I don't know, we'll just go with it. Anyway, Starfield was announced by Bethesda, not announced, it was actually announced before, I believe, but, you know, they gave us a kind of look at that in a bit more detail. Looks interesting. Until we see more details on it, I won't really give my opinions, but I'm excited to find out more, I guess. Beyond Good and Evil 2 was shown. They shown a fresh new trailer. The 2 people that came out, I don't know exactly where they lie in the development team, but 2 of the primary heads behind Beyond Good and Evil came out onto the stage and gave us their trailer, and it looked really, really interesting. I personally, unfortunately, I should say, did not, you know, play Beyond Good and Evil 1 back in the PS2 days, but I had a friend who absolutely adored it. He told me numerous times to play it, and when they revealed the main character from, I don't even know if she's the main character, but they revealed the girl whose name has eluded me, but when she was shown in the trailer, I automatically recognised her from the cover of the first game. Anyways, Beyond Good and Evil, although I don't know much about it, and I should know more about it, I don't, but I'm interested to see where that goes. Maybe I will pick up Beyond Good and Evil 2 and play it at some point before then, I'm not sure. Anyways, moving on, Death Stranding, we had Norman Reedus coming back to us, you know, Daryl from The Walking Dead, and Kojima's new game, which looks absolutely nuts. If you guys have seen this, or you haven't seen this trailer, you need to go and check it out. It's very interesting, it looks very spooky, and I just think that anything Kojima brings is going to be, you know, entertaining. It's going to have that extra level of what the fuck, and when you sit and play it, your mind is just going to be all over the place, and that's the type of game that I will look towards. I've played all of the Metal Gear Solid games, and even if you don't really enjoy those games, or you think that the storyline's a bit convoluted or whatever your opinions may be, the fact is these games always look beautiful, and if you're not there for the storyline, the gameplay will at least be entertaining, I would imagine. Death Stranding looks exciting. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is out as well, or will be coming out soon. I don't know what I feel about this. It's set in ancient Greece, and I honestly haven't picked up the last few Assassin's Creed games. I feel like there's a bit of repetition there, but I do know that there is like a massive following behind these games, and that is, you know, really exciting. I think that the ancient Greece setting is something that I would be super interested in. You know, you've got your guy running about in the kind of Spartan-like gear, and I think that the setting will be really interesting. The only thing that kind of let me down about this is that I felt like the reveal trailer it seemed a bit rushed. You know, there was some of the community were talking about like the lip syncing and how probably there's bits of the trailer or the game that aren't completely polished yet. It is Ubisoft, so there is likely to be, you know, a couple of bugs and stuff, but that is also to be expected on these massive kind of open world games. So whether this Assassin's Creed is as good as the last one, which a lot of people enjoyed in Egypt, then I don't know, but it's exciting nonetheless, and I will definitely keep my eyes open for more info on that. Tomb Raider, I played the first Tomb Raider reboot, and I played the second Tomb Raider reboot, and I even went to see the Tomb Raider movie that came out in the cinemas recently. I really enjoyed Rise of the Tomb Raider specifically. When I bought my Xbox One bundle way back, I actually got Rise of the Tomb Raider with it, and I really enjoyed playing through that game. It looked good, it played good, there was a lot of exciting shit in there. So Rise of the Tomb Raider looks good as well. I don't know if any of you guys are excited about that, but you can let me know, hit me up. Cyberpunk. Now, CD Projekt Red. I won't talk about this for too long because, again, this seems like a controversial one as well. So I played The Witcher 3 and I absolutely love The Witcher 3. Alright, I'll just say that much. It's a fantastic game. There is an insane amount of effort in The Witcher 3, and if you guys haven't played it, then I would fully recommend you guys waiting for like one of these kind of Steam sales where The Witcher 3 and all of its expansions pops up where it's like 60% off or whatever. Grab that game because it's fantastic, and if you have the time and dedication to kind of learn what's going on in the beginning, it will set you up for a fantastic playthrough experience. Trust me. So Cyberpunk is the next kind of IP or LP or whatever that is they call them, one of these new games from the makers of CD Projekt Red, and it's set in obviously this futuristic world, and I think it looks insane. I saw online that there was a lot of people kind of, you know, flapping about the fact that it was a first-person game, but the developers have reassured a lot of people and said that it's still an RPG, it's not a first-person shooter. That personally wouldn't bother me, but I can understand and appreciate other people who might be bummed out about the first-person aspect. I've played so many first-person games at this point that, you know, it's not something that that would stop me from buying it. Again, I will look forward to more information about this game, but I'm still excited. That's just my thoughts on it. Yeah. Resi 2 was also shown at the Sony conference. I thought this game looked insane. I know for a fact that Resident Evil 2 was a massive fan favourite. I know that a lot of people really, really enjoyed it, including a bunch of my friends that are really excited. So there was rumours that a Resident Evil 2 remake was on its way, or maybe not even rumours, I'm not entirely sure, but I knew before EA that there was Resident Evil 2 remake stuff in the works, so when they showed the trailer I was really excited because honestly this game looks insane. Leon's back, and obviously Claire and all that shenanigans, so I'm excited to play through that game when it comes out. If you guys are Resident Evil fans, I doubt you'll be sad about what you saw, but if that is the case, then let me know. Ghosts of Tsushima, okay? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This game looked fantastic, in my opinion. You know, I try and keep a level head when I watch these things, you know, I don't want to get like up the ass of the game devs. So often these days we get trailers for games, and when the games are actually revealed there is a massive hype around them. You know, I'm thinking about The Division right now, I don't know why, but it's not fair for me to pick on that game solely, but that was just the first example. There's a lot of games that come out and they're really hyped, the trailers make them look fantastic, and then when the games themselves come out they're not so great. So I won't get super invested, but based on what we have seen so far, rather, Ghost of Tsushima looks insane. It looks like an open world samurai game set in ancient Japan. You're fighting against the Mongolian invaders and God knows what else. It looks absolutely sick. The gameplay and the graphics and the aesthetics of all the things that were happening in this trailer looked insane. I loved the bit where he entered combat for the first time and he kind of, you know, one hit the guy straight from the sheath of his sword and just took him out of the game. That blew my mind. And, you know, there was a lot of good stuff in here. Really excited to see. This was probably one of my highlights of E3 in all honesty, and I'm really looking forward to see more about this game and also when it comes out. It seems like it could be a potential Let's Play, guys. It looks like it could be a long Let's Play based on what I've seen so far, but anyways, I thought it looked badass, and I'm definitely interested to keep an eye on this one and see where it goes. On this note, I'm looking at my list and I realised that I haven't referenced in the tweet about Shadows Die Twice, which again is another kind of I don't even know how to describe it, but it is by the makers of Dark Souls. It is a very Dark Souls looking like game where they have, you know, you fighting against a world of things that will inevitably beat the absolute shit out of you and whatnot. I saw a big ass snake at the end. Snakes scare me. Alright, I'm just going to be straight up. Snakes kind of scare me. So when I saw that, I was like, But anyways, Shadows Die Twice. I think that looks exciting, and I'm also excited about that as well. You know, I feel like I'm running out of things to say about these games, but fucking hell, everything looks good. Okay, so next on my list I've got The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 1 is a really good topic for me to talk about, but I'll try and keep it, you know, as short as possible. The Last of Us 1 came out a long time ago. It is critically acclaimed. It has a massive following. Everybody, and I mean everybody and their dog, was kind of, you know, excited for The Last of Us 2. I hope that's fair for me to say, but a vast majority of players and viewers and whatnot were excited and are excited for The Last of Us 2. As of right now, I haven't played through The Last of Us 1, and despite this, I have also not had The Last of Us 1 spoiled for me. So what I'm thinking about doing is maybe in the lead up to The Last of Us 2, which comes out, I'm not in fact sure, I'll throw it up on screen for you guys, but before this point I would like to maybe do a Let's Play of The Last of Us 1. I might not, I'm not entirely sure, but I will play this game before the second one comes out. The trailer itself looked absolutely incredible, as I'm sure you guys would agree. The graphics, and again, seeing one or two of the characters return from the first game, It looks very, very interesting, and I think that it'll be a fantastic game and experience. Alright, I'm really stretching to find things to say here, but I think it'll be great, right? Alright, just fucking take my word for it, guys. Everybody's going to enjoy this game. It's going to be nasty good, and I think that before then, I would like to play through The Last of Us 1. It will definitely happen. Whether I do it on my YouTube channel or not is up to you guys. Let me know if you would fancy that. I don't know if any of you guys haven't played through it. I don't know what happens at the end. As I say, I've managed to keep it spoiler-free, but that is something that you guys can give me feedback on. Would you like to see a Last of Us 1 remastered Let's Play on the PS4 here on the YouTube channel? I'll just record it like I do Digimon with a webcam and whatnot. Let me know. So rounding this kind of stuff up, there's so many other games here, guys. Kindgom Hearts 3 is one thing that I never mentioned in my tweet, and one of you guys were calling me out on that. That's cool. I should have had Kindgom Hearts 3 here. One of the main things that I was looking forward to at this E3 was some sort of news about Final Fantasy VII, alright? And in that vein, I kind of hold Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy VII together, mostly because they're both done by Square Enix. They're both games I'm super looking forward to, and I really wanted to find out more about FF7 in particular. That being said, Kingdom Hearts 3 looks really, really good. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 1, and I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2. I know a lot of you guys are going to be raging, but funnily enough, the same buddy that encouraged me to play Beyond Good and Evil 1 was also a massive Kingdom Hearts fan. He had his priorities in order, at least, and he would try and sell these games to me. And although I did have an interest in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I have to be honest and say that right up until this point, I haven't played them yet. It is what it is, but anyways, there's so many other games here. I wanted to also talk about Spidey because Spiderman looks insane. It's not like one of these kind of regular Spider-Man games that they churn out with the movies every year where it's, you know, it's fun to swing about, but then after like 2 hours of swinging about and, you know, kind of neglecting the main story, you realise, right, okay, this is probably the last time I'm going to play this game. This one that's being developed now, this new Spider-Man game, looks really, really, it just looks good, alright? It looks fucking good. The trailer was really long. They showed you a lot of gameplay. There was so many villains in it as well, and obviously there was a reveal at the end who, you know, I was watching the trailer live and I was like, is this guy coming to save Spidey? Is this Venom? I just had the feeling, but who knows? I have no idea. But anyway, this game looks really, really good. It's just one of these games I'm going to have to buy because it looks so enjoyable. But anyways, that kind of wraps up my list for E3 this year, guys. There was so many more games, so if there was something that you felt like I should have talked about, or something that you guys were particularly hyped about, I know, again, like Super Smash Brothers was announced. A lot of you guys will be excited about that, and you know, just as random examples, there's going to be so many games here. I thought it was a particularly good E3. There was bits missing from it, and there was other things that came out, and I was like, that kind of looks shite. But, you know, overwhelmingly, I was impressed with a lot of the stuff. The fact that I've been able to make a 20-minute video about some of the games here is, you know, evidence to that cause. But anyway, guys, this video went on for too long. It was nice to make this video. I'm really looking forward to coming back to YouTube. Unfortunately, I still can't give you guys an exact date, and like I said before, I don't mean to be a ninja, you know, I don't mean to be ambiguous and cryptic and like that. It's just I don't want to give you guys a date in which I say, right, I'm coming back on this date, we're going to do a Let's Play, and then I don't make it, because once that starts happening, it will happen again and again, and I don't want to lose any credibility amongst you guys if I had any before. You know what I mean? I just don't want to lie to you guys, and I don't want to give you guys false hope. So thanks for sticking with me. If you have subscribed to the channel recently when I have been on my mini hiatus, hopefully that kind of clears up where I've been. If you guys do want to hear small updates from me here and there, or random nonsense, you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Wolfie. I'll throw that up for you guys and put it down in the description. If not, I will see you guys next time I make a video. I don't know when that will be. I wish I could give you more, but for the time being, yeah. Until then, take care of yourselves, look after your dogs and cats and whatever, and I will see you whenever it is that I see you next. Alright, love you lots, bye bye.
Coming up to me like you still making music, man. Ask them kind of questions, shouldn't even shake your hand. Thought you were the homie, still don't know me, it's so evident. 2 million fucking views and growing, follow my accomplishments. I mean, cause I do work my ass off. Back up in the game like my vocals got their cast off. All I've been is cast off by those who seem to lack hard. Trying to give the world some hope, so to the dark I'll cast.